Hey guys, this is another random kind of spur of the moment video, and it's also another advice seeking video. Clearly I'm being a little too philosophical when it comes to my reading recently, but anyway, basically, like a month ago, maybe two, I don't know, I bought the Julie Rose translation of Count of Monte Cristo, and I'm really excited to read that translation because I've heard nothing but good things about her translation of Count of Monte Cristo. And I follow Liz from Liz Loves Literature, and she read that specific translation and really enjoyed it. So I'm really excited to read that translation of it, especially reading it for the first time. However, when I looked up reviews for her translation for Les Miserables, not that great, actually. A lot of people think that she takes liberties with the text, because basically all of the more recent translators do take some liberties with it because they have updated with some more modern English so that it will be easier for modern readers to read it since it is so old. But apparently they say that she kind of takes it a step further and puts words and phrases in that just wouldn't be appropriate with the text. I think an example that was given, that was actually a funny example, but people just didn't really like it, was there's a point where Hugo calls Napoleon a little Englishman, but Rose updates it to be little British git, and that just doesn't match because git is not only modern slang, but it's also British modern slang, not French. So it just didn't, I don't know, people, that was just an example, but like that was one that people gave where they were just like, it doesn't really go with it, I guess. So I am looking for a translation of Les Miserables that would be good for a first-time reader. I already am very familiar with the story because I love the musical. I'm actually watching it right now, the film, which is why I thought about this and like wanted to film this video. But I've looked on a few websites for reviews when I was looking at the Julie Rose translation, but also when I was like specifically looking for what translation would be good. And a lot of people say that Denny is the best as far as people who've read multiple translations. A lot of people say either start with him or start with, oh man, it's two translators who did the same, who collaborated on the same translation, but I don't know how you pronounce one of their names. It starts with an F, and then the other one is McAfee, I think. But yeah, people say either start with Denny or start with those two. And I think from the reviews that I've seen on BookTube, a lot of people seem to read Denny's translation and really get along well with it. And I think, like, how it's described is that he is very good at keeping Hugo's original spirit and text, but also kind of putting a little bit of modern update in it just so that it's easier for modern readers to read slash understand. So basically my question for you guys is, have you read any, have you read Les Mis at all? And if you have, what translation did you read? Did you enjoy it? Did you find it easy to get on with? And if you've read multiple translations, I would really love to know, because I would love to know which one you thought was best. And also, if you have any advice for reading it for the first time. Like, you know, some people might say, oh, well, if you've already read it before, read this translation, but if it's your first time reading it, read this translation. So, yes, I just need advice on what to read first. And granted, I have a lot of other classics to read first. Like, I'm currently reading War and Peace. I want to read Count of Monte Cristo next, but I think I want Les Miserables to be my next giant one that I tackle in 2016. So yeah, I would just love for you guys to give me some advice if you have read it. So yes, thank you for watching my second advice video of the day, and I really appreciate you guys watching and just bearing with me with all of these advice seeking videos. Thanks, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.